So good morning students, welcome back. Today we'll discuss some tricky question based on resistance. Okay, that may come in JEE or NEET examination. Look at students, we'll start with a question. See, first of all I'm going to explain the question. Okay, we are given eel, that is a fish. Okay, eel, and that eel can generate electricity. Okay, with the help of special types of cells is called electroplates. So in this we are given that we are having 5000 electroplates, that is a special cell that generate current. Okay, and each electroplates having 0.15 volt okay EMF and 0.25 ohm resistance, internal resistance. And in this row we are having 5000 electroplates. Okay, and 1 2 3, this we are having 100 rows, we are given 1 2 3 till 100, and this circuit is connected with 500 ohm of external resistance. Understood? Look at, suppose this is a single electroplex, a cell. Okay, that each electroplex having 0.15 volt EMF cell and 0.25 ohm, and we are having in this line we are having 5000 electroplex, and total we are given 100 rows. He is asking find the amount of current produced by eels when it comes in contact when it complete the circuit with the help of water. We are given 4 options: 1.5 ampere, 3 ampere, 15 ampere, 30 ampere. Look at students, first of all, before explaining the question, you can see the question once on the screen. You can take a screenshot, you can write it. Okay students, now let's start. Now see students, how can you find current? We are having 5000 electroplates. So net EMF of each row, each row having 0.15 volt cell, and total number is what? 5000. So 0.15 multiplied with 5000 will get 750 volt. So what is total voltage of each row? Single row, 750. So 750 volt is the voltage of this total row, one single row. Okay. Net resistance of each row. What is the net resistance of this single row? 0.25 multiplied with 5000, because all are connected in series. Okay, we can add 5000 times, either we can multiply. We'll get 1250 ohm. So 750 is the total EMF of this single row. 1250 ohm is the total resistance of this single row. Okay, but now students, all this 1250 is the resistance of this single row. We are having this time 100 rows. So what is net resistance of 100 row? That is the formula R by N. Understood? We are having the formula, students, see, 1 by R equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 till N times 1 by R. And when we reciprocal, 1 upon R will get R by N. So that is the formula for finding N resistance in parallel combination. Okay students? So now students, okay, single wire having resistance 1250. So what will be total resistance of 100 rows that connected in parallel? R by N. One row having 1250 and number of rows 100. R by N. So we'll get 12.50 ohm. So 12.50 ohm is the total internal resistance of this circuit. Okay, and 500 is the external resistance. So what is current? We know the formula of current: total EMF by total resistance. Total EMF we are having as 750, and as a total resistance we are having external plus internal. External we are given as 500 ohm and internal we are given as 12.5. So we get 1.46. Round off, when we round off we'll get 1.5 ampere. So which one is the correct option? Option A is the correct, 1.5. So how much current generated by E? Okay, with the help of water. It completes the circuit with the help of water. and that amount is 1.5 ampere. Understood, students? So now, students, question number second. We are given a circuit having 3 ohm resistance, 3 ohm, 3 ohm, 3 ohm, and 3 microfarad capacitor, and that circuit is connected with a 15 volt battery, and he's asking find the potential difference. Find the potential difference across 3 microfarad capacitor. Okay, students, how can find? We are given 4 options: 12 volt, 16 volt, 9 volt, 8 volt. So first of all, for finding potential difference across 3 microfarad, we'll flow the current. We'll find the amount of current. Suppose current I will divide in 2 parts. Here upwards I1 and here I minus I1. I1 is flowing in that. At this point, current will, this is junction. Okay, it was expected that current should divide in 2 parts, but that is a capacitor. And we did before, capacitor does not accept the DC current. Note it, students, that is the important point. This capacitor does not accept DC current. So I1 will not move in that side. I1 will come in this circuit. I minus I1 and I1. Minus I1 to plus I1 cancel out, and there flows I, and it comes here. It completes the circuit. It means in this grid, in this circuit, there will be no current. So this should be eliminated. So 3 microfarad and 3 ohm, this will be eliminated. So again we'll make the diagram. 3 ohm, 3 ohm, this 3 ohm, 3 ohm, and 15 volt. Okay, students? Now, students, we'll find total resistance. Look at, when you flow the current in this 3 ohm and 3 ohm, same current is there. I1, I current is coming upwards. I1 here, I minus I1, and here I, and that will flow in that also. So look at, since these two are in series because having same current, then 3 plus 3, 6. So we can write 3 ohm and 3 ohm are in series. 3 plus 3 become 6 ohm. Okay, and this 6 ohm, 3 plus 3 6, it is parallel with this 3 ohm because both have a different current. So 3 plus 3 6, and that 6 will be parallel with this 3 ohm, with this 3 ohm. And so we are having a formula for getting parallel: R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. 6 into 3 upon 6 plus 3. 6 3 is a 18, or 6 plus 3 9. 18 by 9, there will be 2 ohm. So these 3 become 2 ohm. So again we can make the circuit. Look at this 3 become 3, 3 and 3. That become 2 ohm. And this we are having as 3 ohm. Now it is clear, both are in series. So what is total resistance? R1 plus R2. So 2 plus 3 will get as 5 ohm. Total equivalent resistance of this circuit. Now the important thing, we are going to find current. I equals to E by R. How much EMF we are given? That is 15 volt. And total resistance we are having 5. So 15 by 5 will get 3 ampere. Look, students, that is important thing. We got total current as 3 ampere. But for getting potential difference between across this 3 microfarad capacitor, we require I1 also. So now I'm going to apply Kirchhoff's second law. That is also said to be loop law. In which loop? A, B, C, D, A. In this loop. Okay. You can copy this. Okay. Either you can take a screenshot. I'm going to remove this. Just remember, total current we got as 3 ohm. Okay. Now, students, in loop A, B, C, D, A. A, B, C, D, A. Okay. As you know, we did before. Sigma E equals to sigma IR. Okay, that is a mathematical form. We'll follow the closed circuit. Okay. A, B, C, D, A. And we'll multiply current with its resistance. Okay. So look, students, we'll start with A point. The first resistance 3 and its current I1. 3 I1. Again resistance 3 and current I1. then 3I1. And look, we are going that side and current is coming from this side. Look at R direction, okay, and direction of current is opposite, okay. That's why we'll use minus sign. If R direction, we are moving like this, okay, indicated by this arrow, and current is coming from that. For opposite direction, we'll use minus sign. Resistance 3 and current I minus I1. 3 into I minus I1, and there will be 0 because there is no cell, so EMF will be 0. Okay, now students, we know sigma delta V is 0. That is the methodical form of Kirchhoff's second law. This either that. 3 and 3, 6 I1 minus 3, and as I, capital I, total current we got as 3 ampere. So 3 3s are 9, and minus minus plus 3 I1 equals to 0. 6 I1 and 3 I1, that become 9 I1. Minus 9 at that transfer, when we transfer we'll get plus 9. We'll get as 9 I1 as in 9. So I1 we will get as 1 ampere. So total current was 3 ampere, and now I1 is we got as 1 ampere. That is the important part. Okay. Now students, finally we'll find potential difference across this 3 microfarad. Actually this 3 microfarad lies between C and F. So if we get the potential difference between C and F, that will be the potential difference across 3 microfarad. So potential difference across 3 microfarad will equals to potential difference across CF. For getting potential difference across CF, we'll take these two wire, CD and DF. Potential difference across CD plus potential difference across DF. How can we get potential difference? V equals to IR. V equals to IR. I is I1 and R as 3 ohm for the wire CD, and for this DF wire, current I, V equals to IR, current I and resistance 3. I1 we got as 1, total current we got as 3. That will be 12 volts. So what should be the potential difference across 3 microfarad? Either we can say the potential difference across CF, that is 12 volt. So option A will be correct. Understood students? So now students, question method. We are given a circuit, V volt battery, okay, 2 volt, resistance 2R, capacitor C and resistance R. He is asking find potential drop across the capacitor C. Find the potential drop across the capacitor C. We are given 4 options: V by 2, V by 3, 2 V by 3. So let's start. Suppose I current is flowing from that side. As we know, this is capacitor, it does not accept the DC. Battery always give the DC current, so it do not accept. So current I will move in upward direction, okay, and come to that side. So I'm going to apply Kirchhoff law in this complete loop, outer loop. Give the name as P, Q, R, S. In loop P, Q, R, S, I am applying Kirchhoff's second law, that is called loop law. So let's start with this point. Okay, from this point, from Q point, the resistance R and current I. So I R, current into resistance. Look, first of all, we are having potential V of this cell, and we are coming with positive terminals. That's why we write plus V. If we reach at minus terminals, we'll write minus V. But here we are reaching at plus positive terminals, that's why we write plus V. We'll move downward direction. Look at here we are reaching with first of all negative terminals, so that's why we write minus 2 volt. Okay, and finally current I and resistance 2R. So I into 2R, current into resistance, and potential difference should be 0. This is loop law on account of this, that sigma delta V will be 0. When we comes at first positive terminals, we have to write plus, and when we come with first negative terminals, we'll use the minus sign. That is important. So look, students, find this IR 2V plus V minus V, and this is 2IR equals to 0. 2IR or IR, that is 3IR, minus V transfer that side plus V. So I will get as V upon 3R. We got the current. Look at, students, if you want to get the potential drop across C, so C lies between A and B. So if we find the potential drop between A and B, that will be the potential drop across capacitor. So between A and B, when move like this, we are having resistance first factor, we are having a cell of potential V second factor, and this potential, that is third factor. So between A and B, we are having three components. So VA minus VB, potential difference between A and B should be the potential drop across this capacitor. Look at, so start with this sign IR. Okay. First we are touching with positive terminals, we write plus V, and we are coming at the negative sign, negative terminals, we write minus V. We are taking this loop. Okay. So now, students, V to V cancel out. Current we got as, how much current was there? Current we got as V by 3R into R. R to R cancel out, so we will get V by 3. So potential difference between A and B is V by 3. That will be the potential drop across the capacitor, V by 3. So C will be the correct option. Okay, students.